It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Greetings, NBA fans. Welcome to 2K Sports. I'm your host, Ernie Johnson, and seated beside me, Kenny the Jet Smith and the Diesel, Shaquille O'Neal. Tonight, it'll be the San Antonio Spurs up against the Dallas Mavericks. Well, for the Mavericks, this is a season I'm sure they're anxious to put behind them, and it probably can't end.
Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the.
It's a Western Conference battle here at the American Airlines Center in Dallas, Texas, as the Mavericks look to work the home court advantage. Hi, everyone. We're happy to have you with us for this edition of the NBA on 2K Sports. I'm Kevin Harlan, and here with me today, Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. Only one game away from San Antonio here. The Spurs will be back home for the next one. Well, they are on top of their game right now, and guys, on top of the league, the best record in both conferences.
And you'd expect nothing less from the defending champs. They've taken every team's best shot, withstood the scrutiny, and approached the playoffs here with the utmost confidence.
And with that said, a very legitimate chance now to hoist the trophy again at the end of this season. They've been to the mountaintop. They know what it feels like, but it's never easy to repeat.
Look at the San Antonio Spurs opening lineup. Defensive-minded Green and Leonard are the wings. Aldridge out there with Dwayne Dedmon, and it's Parker in at the point. Pass to Aldridge. Knocks it loose. Here's the professor. He's covered by Leonard. And here we go. Parker heading to the hoop. Lays it in off the breakaway.
And we've seen him do that before. Batter a defense by just exploding to the basket.
Picks in a screen. To the left side wing. Nowitzki with the screen on Leonard. Crowder. San Antonio with the rebound. They are coming into this having notched a win against the Knicks in their last game.
They just weren't challenged. I mean, nearly as much as they should have been in that game, at least when they had the ball.
Yeah, it was a mismatch. I mean, the defense from the start was on its heels practically the entire game.
Well, Merry Christmas. I mean, that was a freebie.
Now, here's Barea, covered by Parker. Nowitzki gets a wide-open look. Good, and it's Barea who picks up the assist.
And he came off that screen, and the D just didn't get over the top of him.
Yep, weren't there in time enough to challenge Greg, and when that's the case, you can mark those up for him.
Now, here's Leonard. He picked up 27 points in their last win against New York.
And not just the scoring. It was also how fierce he was on defense, grabbing 3 steals on the night as well.
Here's the professor following the three-pointer by San Antonio. Feeds it to Nowitzki. Shot off the pick, and the jumper is good. Nowitzki's got his second bucket of the game to go.
Could be the first of a lot of mid-range jumpers that we see from him.
Parker outside. There's the dish to Leonard. That's good.
They are really doing a nice job establishing a presence inside early.
And watch, Clark, how the game plays out, because this is going to open things up on the perimeter.
Here's the professor. He's coming off a 13-point game against New Orleans. He dishes it to Nowitzki. And Dallas again with the bucket.
How about the screen that frees him up, though, for the jumper?
San Antonio leading by 5. It's Parker with the drive. Passes to Dedmon. Here's Green. An easy layup after coming off the pick. Green's got 5.
They're forcing the ball inside, and it's working beautifully.
It really is. 5 out of 6 of their last field goals have come from the paint.
Now here's Barea. He's had some playing time, but no scoring yet from him. The shot by Hickson, no good. The Spurs have gone a perfect 6 for 6 in the game up to this point. Green kicks to Dedmon. Out of hand on it. Here's Barea. And they get some nice contributions from him on a nightly basis as he averages over 11 points a game. Hickson, a screen on Leonard. Here's Crowder. It's Dedmon with the rebound.
And with room like that off the pick, you have got to knock that one down.
Well, you know, they did everything right, Greg. They executed. All you want is a good look at the basket. Sometimes the shots just don't fall.
To the inside. Aldridge dishes to Dedmon. And stolen by Nowitzki. And here we go. The Mavericks in a fast break. Here's Barea. A tad short, but it's good off the front iron. Barea's got his first 2 points of the night.
Well, they won't be down for long if they can get some more early offense just like that.
And, Clark, the best way to get that early offense is with steals. That allows you to get out in transition.
Now, here's Parker. He picked up 18 points in their last win against New York. Aldridge, no one around him. Gets a very good look and converts. Aldridge has got his second bucket of the night. Looking at Dallas, they took that win in their last game against the Pelicans in New Orleans.
And, Kevin, you know, they showed how important it is to have a strong bench. I mean, when you are on the road, that depth is vital. I think they really utilized the second unit to extend their offensive assault and just really wore down their opponent.
And, guys, I think what you saw from them throughout the game was teamwork. This is a team, regardless of who was out there on the floor at any given time. They got it done, and that has to make you feel good as a group.
And the shot's good from Crowder.
Gets that to go, but it's been a bumpy ride so far. Just 1 of 5 for him overall.
Let's send it out to Doris Burke, who caught up with head coach Billy Donovan. Doris?
I asked him what they needed to key in on defensively. He said, well, we've got to limit penetration by Tony Parker. He's really the, quote, head of the snake. And with his floater, he doesn't need to get all the way to the rim to score. It's crucial that we do our best to keep him outside the lane. Guys, that's no easy assignment. We'll see how much success they have defensively.
All right, Doris, thank you very much. Catching up on the changes for Dallas. Johnson comes in for J.J. Hickson. And it's Anderson in for Dirk Nowitzki. Now here's Barea, covered by Mills. They set the pick. Anderson passes to Crowder. Johnson the screen. 5 on the clock. Mills with it. 11 points for him in that last game against New York. Launches it. And that one's good. Mills has got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3.
And their offense already in a flow. Some stellar shooting to jump out to this league.
Quality looks they're getting, and they're capitalizing on them, guys. They have to be happy with this start offensively.
Now here's Leonard. He averages over 27 points a game and seems to always find a way to score. Shots good by Mills. And a breakdown here, guys. The hustle stats for San Antonio.
You know, they've done a great job of getting a hand up on shooters. Actually have gotten a lot of blocks as well, solidifying that defensive effort.
Yeah, and one thing, Clark, I've noticed is how quick their hands have been tonight. Thanks to that, they've gotten a lot of points off of turnover.
Spurs leading by 9. Outside Gasol. Dishes it to Mills. He feeds it to Leonard. Now here's Gasol. Defended by Crowder. Lock at 6. Here's Simmons. And they're going to count the bucket and send him to the line. It could be a three-point play.
They're really struggling defensively, giving up too many easy buckets.
A great point. Really an embarrassing performance defensively, and the coaching staff can't be happy.
Looking at who's out there now for the Mavericks. Jones checked in for Jay Crowder, and it's Aminu in for the Professor. Perea with it. Leonard picks him up. Here's Aminu. No good from outside. San Antonio's gone 2 or 3 from deep so far in this game. Anderson against Leonard. And here's Mills from the arc. Leonard cleans up the mess with the savage put-back flush. And the Spurs lead by 13.
And they keep going down low with the ball and keep getting positive results.
Extremely positive. I mean, this is a very nice lead to have early in the ball game.
Pass to Perea. To the paint. Here's Johnson. Good, and it's Perea who picks up the assist. Perea's got assist number 5 here tonight.
And really a good job spotting his teammate near the bucket and then just pinpoint passing for the finish.
Time called here. The Spurs decide to talk it over.
And I think taking a time here to talk things over is a smart idea.
One of the things you want to do is make sure everybody is clearly on the same page with the game plan. And sometimes you need a timeout to make sure that's the case.
Here's Simmons. Looking at his numbers, he averages a bit over 9 points a game. There's the feed to Mills. It's rebounded by Dallas. Victory eluded them last time in San Antonio when they took on the Spurs.
Yeah, major problems at the charity stripe in that game. They just could not convert their free throws.
And that makes it hard to win, especially on the road. You get a chorus of about 20,000 yelling at you every time you put one off the rim. Boy, that's got to wear on you.
Gasol, wide open, he fires, drills the three-pointer. Gasol's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. Perea kicks to Anderson. Dallas moving it around. And the call will be against David Lee. That is his first foul of the game. San Antonio on defense. A 12-point game. Left side, Jones. Kicks to Perea. 5 to shoot. Out to the wing. Three-pointer. Aminu misses.
And they've done a nice job controlling the defensive backboard to start this game.
Not one second chance bucket allowed. That is finishing off good defense.
Here's Simmons. Stolen by Anderson. 2 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. And here we go. The Mavericks on a fast break.
Rebounding is going to be the focal point for them in this one, fellas. I can feel it.
It always is, and it has been so far, and they've gotten a nice edge on the glass.
He kicks to Jones. There's the pass to Aminu. Jones dishes to Aminu. Fires for 3. No good on that last second attempt there. And a double-digit lead on the...
Let's take him back.
And Amir Johnson re-signed in Toronto. He's been a big part of this team for years, and he talked about their great fan support in Toronto.
Almost like a soccer atmosphere. I don't know if you've been.
A lot of fans south of the border in the U.S. are surprised when they learn how passionate, Clark, the fans in Toronto can be.
You know, Kevin, that's so true. I mean, when they get it going at the Air Canada Center, that place rocks. And it's great to hear Amir talk about how that pumps him up and makes him want to do it for Canada.
Welcome back, folks. We'll see if we're in store for a more tightly contested quarter as we move here. Into the second. And a comfortable margin for the Spurs here, guys.
And we've really seen them get out and establish a real nice rhythm offensively in this game.
Yeah, and they're finding ways to score multiple ways, playing well and sharing the ball, just operating good at the offensive end.
On the court for San Antonio here in the second. The always reliable Parker and Green in the backcourt. Pau Gasol is out there with David Lee, and it's Clark in at the 3 spot. Gasol against Jones. Back to Parker. It's deflected. Here's Clark. And the shot is good. Clark's got 5 points so far.
And an open path to the hoop there. Easy bucket. We've seen that far too many times today.
And Aminu kicks to Anderson. Parker with the steal. Stolen by Anderson. Jones drives in. Passes it to the professor. 1 up, 1 down. 2 points with his first shot this game.
Jones with the assist.
Spurs leading by 12. Parker passes to Gasol. But they'll get another chance. Back to Parker. Beyond the arc. Tries to keep it alive. It's rebounded by Dallas.
Well defended that time. He's a shooter that the defense has to close down on quickly when he's ready to pull that trigger. You've got to be in his face and not give him any space.
And you can see, Clark, that he has garnered the attention of the defense here. They are not going to allow him to get those kinds of looks.
Dirk Nowitzki, he's checked in for Al-Farouq Aminu. That one misses. The Spurs have gone 2 of 4 shooting the ball here in the second. Parker kicks to Leonard. Unloads from 13. Dedmon dishes to Aldridge. Nobody near Parker. Offensive rebound. They kick it out to Green. To the paint. Here's Leonard. And at last, they get one to fall. Leonard's got 6.
And that's sort of been the story here today, hasn't it? Yeah, enough scoring on the inside there. I think it's time for him to send a message to his team.
Yeah, you're exactly right. I guarantee you this talk centers around cutting down on all of those points coming in the paint. They've got to show more resistance there.
And the Mavericks making a change here. Hickson's checked in. Nowitzki against Aldridge. Nowitzki, no good. Spurs leading by 14. And it's Parker at the elbow. Anderson with the... block. Nowitzki a screen. It's Anderson with the drive. And he goes strong with the one-handed jam.
And that's such solid, fundamental basketball on display right there, guys.
You talk about it all the time, Greg. Yeah, great use of the pick to set up the dunk.
And, guys, it was a terrific understanding between teammates that made that possible. They really did read each other well there.
And the rejection by Leonard. And they're able to recover.
It's a +5 advantage for them in the rebounding category after that board.
Very steady with their work on the interior. Really a well-rounded effort overall. And a moment now to see the stats for Anderson. He's really producing here second half of the season. Getting around 12 points a game, 5 rebounds, and 2 assists. And some pretty good numbers, guys. He's certainly making a contribution.
Better than expected. He still has a ways to go, but I like what I'm seeing right now.
Now Crowder, 23 points his last outing. Pass to Hickson. Feeds it to Nowitzki. Shot clock at 3. Here's Crowder. And the rejection by Leonard. Launches a 3. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Parker. Parker's got his 3rd assist on the night.
And the defense scattered all over the place on the break. Nice job finding the wide open 3.
The dish to Anderson. Down low. Here's the professor. Great pass to set up the lay-in.
You know, that's been a big part of their offense in the early stages. I mean, their success working the ball inside and getting points from close range right at the rim.
And Clark, they might as well keep doing it. I mean, attack the basket until the defense makes an adjustment. I love his shot selection today. He set the bar for the rest of the team.
Hicks in a screen. The professor passes to Nowitzki. He dishes it to Crowder. Back to Nowitzki. Dallas needs to get off a shot. The shot by Hickson, no good.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D.
Here's Aldridge, and it's San Antonio with another.
And that kind of sums up the defensive effort we've seen here tonight, guys.
Mavericks trail by 17. Here's the professor. He's a good contributor to his team, averaging about 10.5 points a game. And that one's good. The professor's got 6.
And I like the fact that he really was unfazed by that scoreless first quarter, and now you can see him getting into a rhythm.
Time called here. The Spurs decide to talk it over.
Yeah, saw some things that just weren't working for them and wants to make some adjustments.
Yeah, and no reason to wait around to do that, Greg. I mean, might as well make those adjustments right away.
J.J. Barea is checked in for the Mavericks. And San Antonio with the change here, too. Mills is checked in.
Oh, nice double pump finish there, strictly for the fans.
Dallas making a switch here. Johnson's checked in. Now, here's Barea. Defense right on him. That's good from Johnson on the assist by Barea. 6 points for Johnson.
Are you sensing or feeling a theme here, fellas? I mean, they're taking it straight to the bucket every time down.
And why change? I mean, that's 8 straight points in the paint, and they have now turned this into a physical game.
Anderson. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there.
Well, Dallas, since the All-Star break, we take a look at the numbers they've put up. 12th in steals, 13th in scoring, and they're in the top half of the league in shooting from deep as well. This is a strong suit for this team, knocking down those shots from behind the arc.
Both free throws good from Anderson.
And they're getting to the line a lot in this quarter, guys, and it hasn't been by accident.
Yeah, I don't think it's an accident that aggressiveness correlates with playing better. So the aggressiveness is starting to pay off.
Green kicks to Mills. And there's the foul. It's on Dwayne Dedmon. That is his first foul of the game.
That's his first foul.
Mavericks trail by 14. Now here's Barea. Mills with the steal. In transition, here comes San Antonio. Mills has got the ball.
And that's the classic 1-2 punch right there. I mean, nice steal. And then how about the elevation, Kevin, on the finish?
And Greg, nothing spurs some quick offense like a great play defensively.
That indicates the importance of great on-the-ball defense, as was displayed right there.
Here's Johnson. Shot is off. Aldridge with some nice D. Outside Leonard. He feeds it to Mills. Back to Leonard. Aldridge is struck. And Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
Really good awareness right there on the assist.
Now here's Barea, covered by Mills. Inside, Johnson. Good, and it's Barea who picks up the assist. 8 points for Johnson.
And guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with the way they work down low.
It's becoming a theme in this game, Clark. They are piling up the points in the paint.
Throws it down despite the man right in his face. A chance here for a three-point play.
He always knows where his teammate's going to be, and Kevin, that will let him put the ball where he wants it, right waiting for him.
Jones checked in for the Mavericks. Aminu comes in for Anderson. And there's the foul. It's on Dwayne Dedmon. That'll be his second foul of the game.
Yeah, that's a tough call right there, and really a tough break for the D.
Greg, no problem for me with that call. I mean, he was still sliding right there.
It's stolen by Green.
They have constantly shot themselves in the foot this quarter with all of these turnovers.
Very simple. You can't score if you can't maintain possession.
Come on now, young fella. Watch out. You might bring that whole basket down on top of you.
I didn't think he was ever going to let go of the rim.
I tell you what, though, you might as well enjoy the moment. Make it last just a little longer. +8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
Yeah, double-digit advantage on the scoreboard. They've taken the initiative. They've played, I think, with more purpose so far.
Shots good by Mills.
Boy, they've gone on this run, and ball movement has been a big key.
It really has, Clark. The defense unable to react as quickly as necessary in terms of dealing with their passing. Yeah, you can see they've gave up a lot of points here in this run, and he just wants to break the momentum before this thing gets out of hand.
And, you know, that's a huge part of the coach's job, making sure you keep your guys in the best position possible at all times. So I like this timeout.
1:52 left in the second quarter. To stop the run, and it's Jones laying it in. Jones has got his first bucket of the night.
You don't need much range to hit from that distance, Kevin.
Spurs leading by 21. Mills dishes to Simmons. Six to shoot. Here's Gasol. And lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot two.
And with the moment, let's check out some stats for Gasol. They've gotten some big performances from him since the All-Star break. He's around 10 points per game, 4 rebounds, and 2 assists. And I think he's got to be pretty pleased with his output. And you know he's always looking to push himself.
Yeah, you know, really solid numbers across the board here, Greg. I mean, he contributes in a multitude of ways for this club.
Aminu with it. Gasol covering. Barea kicks to Jones. Some nice passing here by Dallas. Lee with the block.
And that'll increase their rebound advantage. They've definitely been winning that battle on the board.
And you know what? No rebounds, no rings, and they've controlled the boards, and that's what's given them control of this game.
Clark, some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, they need a basket just to regain some momentum here, Kevin.
Deflects the pass. Barea, the pass to Johnson. Dishes it to Barea. And it's Aminu in the corner. Here's Simmons. Flushes it down to finish the break.
And it doesn't really matter who starts the break with how he runs the floor. He seems to always be the one who finishes it.
Yeah, he is so fun to watch and how he attacks the rim at full speed like that, man. It's something to behold the way that guy gets to the rim.
On offense, here are the Spurs. They're on a 16-6 run. There's a 4-second difference from the shot clock to the game clock. Gasol a screen. Lee outside. And a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for two. That's on El Farouk Aminu. San Antonio shooting their 6th and 7th free throw attempts tonight. That free throw from Lee is good. And so David Lee nails them both. Seven seconds left to play here in the second quarter. 1 second left. And the shot is good, dropping in off the front of the rim. Barea's got 8 points.
You know, it wouldn't be a bad...
A dominating first half of basketball.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Well, 2 quarters down, 2 to go. Welcome back, Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, and Kenny the Jet Smith as we start breaking it down. Kawhi Leonard is having one of those nights. He ended up with 15 points, 2 assists, and 4 rebounds. Kenny, what was your take on San Antonio? And that'll do it for now as the second half of our game is up.
And as we begin the second half, first half wasn't even close, guys.